Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. I am really pumped for today's topic because I cannot tell you how many times this has come up. The feeling of being disenchanted with your business, disenchanted with the current state of your clients, with everything that you're feeling with your business, not giving you that same level of satisfaction that you once felt. We're going to dive into this topic of feeling like you might not love every single client that you're working with and all of the responsibilities and things that are taking your time in your business. We're going to have a little tough love chat, but in true Jen fashion, try to keep it as upbeat and positive. We're going to put a spin on it that feels empowering, that feels more of a perspective shift, because we've seen a lot of negativity and complaining in our group, and I'm not discounting those feelings. We've all felt it at some point. I think it's feeling a bit more common now. But we would rather focus on a perspective shift so that we can get back to loving our businesses, being intentional as we create our companies in a way where we will love them for a long time. Being an agency owner, it is one of the most exciting, I think, rewarding careers out there. But that doesn't mean that every PR pro is passionate about everything they're doing in their business and every client. And it's okay if you're not feeling the love for a certain client or project or maybe even a repetitive task in your business. Every agency owner will experience this at some point in their careers, and likely multiple times over. It just depends, how long you've been doing this. But what's important is that you find your passion within yourself. And even if you don't love your clients at the moment, remember that every project and campaign and retainer agreement, new client, is an opportunity for growth and excitement. And finding those little, let's call them pockets of passion, that is the key to loving your agency and your career long term. So I want to share my best tips for cultivating your passion for your agency, your passion for the work you're doing, no matter how you're currently feeling about your clients. Number one, I want you to focus on what you're working towards. What are you building? So PR, the work we do, it just automatically ebbs and flows. The kind of results, the kind of pitches that we send out, the seasonality, launch-based pitches, that will ebb and flow. And the reality is that you're not always going to have really fun, exciting days. Yes, if you're working towards a big event, I'm here. This is me every day. And it's not always about working towards a big launch or, when launches are over and you were really successful, sometimes you have that feeling of like, okay, what now? So when you have those feelings of not loving the work that you're doing, it's not really exciting, having a clear vision for your agency's future, for your path that you're on, the growth that you're looking to achieve, that will help you work through these really kind of slower periods, the ebbs and flows. And sometimes the fulfilling part isn't the day-to-day work, it's the path that you're on. It's knowing that you are walking toward the growth, the goals, the life that you want to have. So we are going to get you on a clear path with a vision for your agency's future. So you can start by setting clear goals outside of client work. That is something that you're going to work towards and make progress on every day. It could be like, bringing on a new team member. It could be, part of your agency or your personal life. Like maybe it is starting a mindfulness practice. It could be journaling every day. It could be really checking into a gratitude practice every single day. And when I say make sure you have time to work on your business and not just in your business, even if it means shifting around your schedule. This is what I mean. I am now working on my business again, and I will tell you the feeling of excitement, of reinvigoration, it is like a huge byproduct of this decision. So maybe the issue isn't with your clients. It might be with the amount of clients, the amount of client work you're taking on. Maybe that leads you to a feeling of burnout or overwhelm, and that will really quickly zap your enjoyment. It could be that the work you're doing has felt stagnant, that the kind of niche that you're working in isn't really exciting to you anymore. Shake it up, change things up. You don't have to stay in the same place, in the same niche, in the same industry with the same kinds of clients, or if you're feeling overwhelmed and burnout because you have a ton of client work that you're doing and it's just too much, see if you can delegate a few tasks to another team member or bring on a freelancer and outsource the work that is dragging you down. Like, those tasks that just feel like you are operating in the drudgery zone. So anything you feel, I want you to make a note of it. If you have something that is it just feels like a drain on your energy, which then becomes a drain on your time, your resources, your focus, and your passion for what you're doing, delegate it. Delegate it. I don't care what it costs. You have to delegate it. We're in this to love our businesses, not resent and hate and feel dragged down by the work we're doing. Your agency should receive just as much love and attention as your clients do. Make your agency a focus. Work on the business. We say that all the time. You can't work on the business when you're working in the business. You might not be feeling passionate about your agency simply because you haven't taken the time and the energy to focus on it again. So I want you to dedicate time to any sort of back-end projects that will move the needle for your business and generate that excitement for you again. So that was number one. Focus on what you're building towards. What are you working towards? Number two, ask yourself what you need to be passionate about with your clients. So we're all passionate about PR, but the way that we all feel that passion is totally different. What does that feel like for you? What do you need to be passionate about a client? Ask yourself what it is you need to feel in order to be excited about a client. What does a client have to have, right? So think about what you need, and it could be, like when you talk about something and you light up, that is exciting and energizing for you. So if you're talking about a niche you're working in and you're not super excited, your passion kind of changes and you're like, maybe that's not what I need to be doing. Do you need an exciting product to feel passionate about? Is it the company's values and how they align with your values? Does that impact your excitement levels? Are you really passionate and excited about certain services, or authors, or like certain industries where you're like, I love innovation and there's so much innovation happening in the tech space and that's where I want to be? That lights me up. When you feel appreciated and valued by your client, does that give you a bit more passion and excitement about working with them? Try to also think about the moments when you have felt really passionate about working with your clients. What was it about those moments that got you so excited and so invested? So when you're in this mindset, try to identify common themes between these moments, like the types of products you were launching or the deliverables you created. Maybe it was the social platforms that you were creating content for. definitely look for those common threads. Ask yourself what you need to feel passionate about a client, budget wise too. Listen, if you can't make our rate and I have to cut my rate, which I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be that excited about it. It's going to be annoying to me. So budget could also be like, if you got some good budget, I can find some excitement for you. That's always like something that is universal, right? And number 3, create opportunities to cultivate your passions. It doesn't just happen. You have to proactively create opportunities to experience passion and excitement in your agency. So try to only accept work that you know you're going to be excited about, you're going to be passionate about, you're really a fan of the company and their mission, their purpose, their products. Make adjustments to your client roster and retainers to kind of turn them into something that you could be more passionate about. Maybe you can take that client and they're coming to you for something specific, but that's not what you're really jazzed about. And you can upsell them on a service that you really love providing. Or you can also stop offering a service that you don't really enjoy. You don't have to do all the things. And I encourage you not to, because the more you're doing, the more spread thin that you will be. It's harder to manage a bunch of clients doing a bunch of different things at a bunch of different levels than it is to have like a core service. Everybody that comes to you receives this core service, and then for the right clients, the right fit, and only when like all of the elements are there for you to be successful for them, you can add on other services that you feel are really complementary, and it's not like reinventing the wheel every single time. I want economies of scale. I want that flow state. So if something feels like dead weight to you, stop offering it as a service. If you don't love it, don't do it. And when you have that extra time in your schedule, you can offer something new that you love, or spend those hours on yourself and your business. Spend those extra hours. So the other thing is put yourself out there as an expert and pitch yourself for podcasts. Think about where your ideal clients are hanging out, if they're listening to certain podcasts, or there's a podcast out there that focuses on the space that your client's products fall in or their brand falls in. Put yourself out there as an expert, because you will be surprised at what you know that other people find just confusing, confounding. Putting yourself out there, sharing what you know, that passion comes through. I have one more tip for you here on falling back in love with your business and your clients. Again, number 4, accept that you might not love your clients all the time, and that's okay. You're not going to be out of this world passionate about all of your clients at all times. Totally fine. It happens. We all have a desire to feel lit up, to have a fire in our belly in our careers, and especially as entrepreneurs, because it's hard. And when things are hard, it's easy to say, well, I don't understand why I'm doing this. I could just go get a job and get a consistent paycheck and not deal with the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows, right? Not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be hard days. There's going to be hard client conversations. Maybe there are repetitive tasks that you just don't love. It's all part of our journey as an agency owner. Running your own agency, it's not easy, but I promise you, if you put in the hard work, it can be extremely rewarding. You don't have to love everything about entrepreneurship, but it is important to find the things that you do love and keep your focus there. Keep your focus on getting to the strategy and really thinking about like your vision for your life and your business. I want work-life integration. I want you to build a business that will support the kind of life you want to have. So keep your focus on what you love and your big why. You can tailor make your career to your liking. There's nothing better than that. That is something to be celebrated, even when you're stuck doing reporting or, doing your taxes at the end of the year, doing paperwork, running your numbers, all the stuff we don't like. And think about, clients. Every client is valuable, even if you're not as passionate about some of the clients that you are about other partnerships. You gain important industry experience when you work with these clients. You have to look at the bright side. It is an opportunity to gain important skills in your niche and knowledge and deep expertise in a space you're really excited to work in. Maybe the client's not so great, but like you're getting access to the niche that you really want to go deeper in. Every client that passes through your agency, it's going to make you a better, stronger PR professional. And as you work with more and more clients and you accumulate more experience and expertise, you'll be able to work with fun and exciting clients down the road. So all of the clients that you don't love, look at the positives. It's all a learning experience about yourself, and it's evidence of what you do want. And even if you don't love the client, you're making connections, getting results, getting expertise in an industry that you want to go all in on. So some of these clients, they might not be your dream, but others push you toward what you're really passionate about, and use those partnerships as a springboard to work with your dream clients and continue building your dream agency. All right, guys, take great care. I hope you are finding pockets of passion in your business. Talk to you soon. Bye.